Call it what it is. It's a heist. That's what Arsenal have done. They've stolen the Community Shield right from under Manchester City's noses. I mean, 1-0 down, going to the last minute of stoppage time. It's a corner that comes in, and Manuel Akanji turns it over into his own net, own goal. It gets 1-1, and then in a subsequent penalty shootout, Arsenal are brilliant in that, and they win it on penalties. I mean, I think going into penalties, I think shell-shocked City completely. They were not expecting it. They were not anticipating it. They were not ready for it. And, just the momentum was all with Arsenal. It just sucked the life out of Manchester City. You've got to say that. But in some ways, the Community Shield is pre-season, and so therefore, again, results are not that important. Yes, you win a trophy, and I'm sure Arsenal will be very important. Well, very, very, very happy with that. But I think City can take a lot of positives from this. And I think if I'm Arsenal fan, after all the euphoria of winning this, I think what I will say is that the fact that they didn't score in this game is a major concern. Yes, they got a helping hand from City, but they won't get that every week, and that will be a concern. Without Gabriel Jesus, where are the goals going to come from for Arsenal? Even with Jesus, where are the goals going to come from, some might say, but definitely without Jesus, where are the goals going to come from? And that is going to be a key concern from Arsenal's point of view. But defensively, they were excellent. Yes, there were chances for City, which probably with a bit more fitness, they might have taken it. Maybe they were more in it, they would have taken it, but they didn't. And as you said, Pep Guardiola got his excuses in early. They said, we're not that fit and we're all that, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is that Arsenal wrote their luck at times, but they deserved it in the end. They hung in there, and they got the result that they wanted and that they deserved. So kudos to Arsenal for that. From Manchester City's point of view, Haaland was very, very quiet. And I said this, I said I don't think Haaland is going to have the numbers that he had last season, because teams have started to figure him out a bit, especially the bigger teams. He'll probably stat pad his way to a few goals against the smaller teams, but the bigger clubs are now figuring out how to play, him, how to, manage him, because he didn't score in the semis of the Champions League, he didn't score in the final of the Champions League, he didn't score in the final of the FA Cup either. So teams have started to figure him out a little bit, and he's got to now adapt and figure out a way to beat that. So we'll see if he can do that, but that's a concern. A surprise that De Bruyne didn't start the game, because when him and Foden came on and Palmer came on, the game completely changed. Like, City just looked a very different team. I was surprised they didn't start with that. Maybe he figured that I'll bring him on when Arsenal are tired and use him to, in case I need to use him, and I can use him then and get the score up, which it worked. They got the goal, from Cole Palmer, which was excellent, mostly done by Phil Foden. Again, surprised that Phil Foden didn't start as well, but I think this performance will put him in the reckoning to get some starts as well. And hopefully he becomes a big player for them this season. He's always been on the fringes without ever really being a starter. Hopefully this will be the season when he nails that spot down. But if I'm a City fan, there's a lot of positives for me to take as well, because some of the performances were really good. It's just that, City looked lackluster in front of goal, and maybe that's because they was not, in Pep's words, not entirely fit, perhaps. But at the end of the day, they've got a week to prepare for the real thing, for the Premier League to start, and that's where they will be focusing on. If I'm, as a neutral, I didn't watch the game. As I said, I wouldn't watch the game. I was reading the MBM on the Guardian. That's where I'm getting my information from. But if I'm reading that and I'm basing it, I will say City aren't really. Arsenal will challenge City and they will run them close. But again, I think City at the moment is still ahead of Arsenal, and they'll probably still win the league. I don't think Arsenal have the squad depth to compete with City over 38 games. That's my takeaway from that one. But that is all for another day. That's all for another week. Right now, it's congratulations to Arsenal. Very well done. Picked up a trophy. Stopped City from doing the sextuple or whatever that is. They stopped that, and that is very, very vital. So, and of course, trophies give confidence, and will give Arteta a lot of confidence going into the season that they've been able to overcome City at their own game. So well done to Arsenal for that. Congratulations to all Arsenal fans. Enjoy this moment. Enjoy this day. Smash like on this video. Share your thoughts, of course, on the game, and do subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much for watching.